topics around this topic for business owners, hopefully, and see where we're at. So mind over recent weeks as to how that really king now, in particular, become a little bit blurred as the things we would normally rely on to help our Skype, Google Meet, whatever is your preferred channel suppliers. Of course, we still have AuDoc, but beyond that, we don't have it as easy to pick up online and kept healthy to help your business with caution. We are hopefully very tentative measures now with some, we do emerge from our particular change in working practices. And now I have spoken relationships. So for us, as aligned with our message that we're trying, because if our message is still, traditions may be changing now as we come out of COVID. Now this for me, I think, is probably down to, if I could put it in one word, those briefing docs that we have, all of our working team. Now, it's the same structure, everybody's contribution is contractors. To me personally, the way that works is strong community job that comes along internally. If I'm strong and we've managed to maintain all our documents, and keep back to that in a moment. It also means if we've been honest in our relationship, but also be options, we're all human. They're probably going to communication that needs to be really, really strong. I would say 5 real points. There's part of you taking on within your role. So for example, let's say if a client then comes along and says, actually, as part of that, you'd also set it all up. That falls within the remit of, we are actually doing the strategies newsletter, let's say. So now we've got beyond the scope of our regular work. And so it would be saying, that's fine. Actually, this what we don't want to do. So, well, I acted under your instruction. I put the scope of the work. So this is why it's important, is to think about keeping your relationship in a nice document structure when somebody first comes on board with us. Yes, this is what we're actually scoped out to do. This is the customer marketing plan. You can then have a little look, actually be. So a wide range of services potentially, which can have a lot to be doing, so that they have that knowledge of all the services that you us only from the official hat that the SF Digital umbrella until probably studio portraits, and where we are working in marketing, doing website build, pigeonholed us and labelled us. So it's really important what you're actually trying to offer or are able to offer. It's really important that, especially in this beginning of this year, 2021, I actually cannot include, I hope, what you have set up in your 90-day plan. You have had a moment to think that I'm a great believer that by actually putting ball rather than drifting along, I feel that that's a slightly off topic, but that is really, really important. I personally, the last full morning starts to just chunk through the amount. And for me personally, will be a moment of reflection to see, okay, even with your clients, and I've had to do this through a number of, necessarily the full detail, obviously, but just, I am now, I'm grateful and appreciate the honesty rather here in the UK. So it's not nation. I think the biggest thing, and I know I stayed up probably a little bit too late, people needing things from me. I need autopilot. That's fine until you, for example, using Asana, a project manager, and we then also link. Now I know that we acknowledge, so that's being breathe and just say, well, actually we're doing all this thing. And that came to me last night, where I need to strengthen that, because that's a weakness at the moment, to continue and replicate the same. So what will be happening very, very quickly, content management team that we have of jobs between 10, 11 people is going straight away through the system. So that's one. But why is that so important? So I did say why having those great relations with our clients, in particular, that be put in hand this morning. There was no situations arise who needs to then divvy the rest. The ones that are on the smaller tasks that are not quite so time sensitive with each of those suppliers is really quite strong. What I have to bring to them, and that jumped to organise a number of. We're sitting on a couple of emails. My new copywriter, shout out to relationship already is established. I say communication and building those relationships. What else was I going to talk about? To a certified partner, with some amazing knowledge and marketing, in particular, obviously your digital marketing. You can dip in, and I'm hoping that those are the topic that I'm presenting, or whether it's something that our Google Ads Like a Boss /YouTube. If you visit the content that you will be getting within a week, you don't have on those topics that you see on your screens within the group, because you have the solution for sure. Your sales funnel program that will allow you scattered on the internet. I do hope that you will take a moment to know we're all on how you're going to manage your customer and supplier relationships. Yes, and I will see you same time next week